campus in Evanston, Illinois. Ryan Field, home of the Northwestern Wildcats. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Akron Zips, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Northwestern has the kickoff team on the field as we're about ready to start. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Akron's offense has the ball first today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We just want to see what they do today.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Pocket breaking down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hawkins. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Zips will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense will go to work for the first time today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
And the Wildcats, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's Reeder. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Makes the catch. It's McNeil. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Northwestern will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Locked those heels at the 10 and didn't go backwards. He makes the fair catch there. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Zips can really attack on this second and short. Trying play action. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. They'll try the run. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Zips are moving quickly down the field. The option look. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking for room. It's Patrick. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. And the Zips line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Leaves it with the back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
First down for the offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Rifles it down the middle. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. Turning it on. He gets the job done. Picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Northwestern will line up with a 1st and goal. Give to the fullback. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Northwestern.
1st and goal. You know what's coming. They know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can. Pound the football straight ahead. Get in for 6. Nice job by the big fella.
They get set for the point after as we have the 1st score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The inside handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it down the left. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
The offense set for a 1st down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a man in the middle. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Zips are marching down the field. The give to the right. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Zips didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Fires it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Looking to throw on 3rd. Rushes on him, and the ball's out, and they're after it. Offense scoops it up and still going. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Northwestern will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. He's in open space downfield. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Zips come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Gives it on the option. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Zips kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. After the run, now to throw. Right down the middle. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Zips trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Sends it back in motion. They want to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Headed outside for the line. It's Patrick. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Zips.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's McGee. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking down the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving away from pressure. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Northwestern will have to punt it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that 1st down marker. 4th down coming. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Punt is on its way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's McNeil. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Snagged in the middle. It's McNeil. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Grove. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Looking downfield very late in the half. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Wide receiver comes in motion. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock.
Number 11, on to kick it away.
Hunt is on its way. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ryan Field.
And the Zips will kick it off to start the second half.
Set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got a fight. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
A first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake, now to throw. Snags it over the middle. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Tons of room in the middle. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Akron.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Fresno State came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks inside Bulldog Stadium had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Oh, they're after him. And a big deflection on third down forces a fourth down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. On the ground, it's Patrick. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. To the air on second down. The sure hands, it's Williams. And they get him down. The Zips are at the line looking to convert on third and short. It'll be a run on third and short. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And that's good enough for a first down.
They'll ride the hot hand. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks.
On the play.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Motion from the back. Here's the handoff. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Zips will punt it away on fourth down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Back to pass on second down. Back open in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got him downfield. And the Wildcats come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll go to the air on third and short. Got it in the middle. It's McNeil. Offense has gained momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. On the run, it's Reeder. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a third and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
14.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on first down to throw. With the catch, it's Jordan. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. So the final period starts with a second down play. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Akron holding the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Zips are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Patrick. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Zips look to keep this drive humming. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. They've already peeled more than 3 minutes off the clock on this drive as they stand over the ball on second down. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. The play action fake. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense gets home and gets the quarterback on the ground. We heard all week how important this would be, protecting the quarterback. Last week, this defense had 4 sacks. They've done a nice job. Forget this one and move on.
The Zips will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll stop him short on third down, and this defense trying to make sure they stay on top. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. And the Zips will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Picks up the first down. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Looking for a deep man. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The defense will have to key on the run and try to get this ball back. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They go to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll go to the ground. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you needed some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. A 6-point game, getting very deep in the 4th quarter, and the offense desperately needing to convert this. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Got it in the middle. It's Grove. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
On the play. Brings up second down.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Here's the pressure. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Under fire. Out of the backfield, he's open. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Deep into the fourth quarter of this game, down by 6. They'll have to go for it on fourth down. Going for it all. And he hauls it into the end zone for the touchdown. All tied up, and now the kicker can win it.
How about that? Coming up big. Less than 30 seconds in the ball game. You need a score, and this offense absolutely responds. Go kick that extra point, take the 7-point lead, and let your defense finish this one off.
Big extra point coming. It would give them the lead late. And it's good. They're on top, and they'll try to hang on in the waning seconds. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Davis. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Pulls it in. It's Davis. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field.
For the offense.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's incomplete. A last gasp effort, and the defense finds a way to survive it. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks. And you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.